All right, good morning everyone. This is just an extremely quick video of proof of life of a few units so I can get them launched out the door sometime early this week. The first here is an SD40-2 mid Kato USA unit that was custom painted by the freight yard back in the day. It came in for repair. These guys actually own TCP or something now. I'm not entirely sure whatever happened to Martin, but anyways, so the unit came in for repair. One of the trucks was damaged, and as you can tell, well, the handles are flaked. That's not my concern. My concern was to repair it and install sound in it. So that's what I did. What they did is they repainted a Santa Fe unit into CSX back before. I don't even know if Kato ever offered the SD40-2 mid and CSX dark future. Neither here nor there. Well, so anyways, I machined the frame, so taking a 15x8 speaker and 3D printed housing. Put a little more space back there, and then I fitted it with this. And then it also needed a replacement truck, and the one truck repaired, cleaned, lubricated, programmed, got a sound file, SO508, and on that board I also installed larger LEDs because the surface mount LEDs don't quite match up where they should be and the headlights are dim. But anyway, so we will turn the headlight on and we will turn the sound on. All right, there we go. SD40-2 mid that was repaired and had ESU LokSound installed. And we're going to move right along here. All right, next up is a Kato PA1. This actually came to me with sound that I had installed in it years ago. It had some issues that needed to be addressed. But basically the main thing is it needed a new speaker. The other one had somehow gotten blown out. I also updated the sound file on it. This is a select micro because V5 micros won't fit in there. They're too tall. That's a known issue that ESU has. And then also I separated out the Mars and the headlight on here, so it's got a separate Mars and headlight in here. Like I said, updated the sound file to, what is it, 75839 with a separate Mars light. So got the headlight, and I think Mars I put on 6. There we go. All right, so there's a PA1 that's been updated and repaired at the same time. So anyways, we are going to move right along. So this is a Kato C30-7, which internally is exactly the same as the U30C. Kato did several runs of these. The C30-7 and U30C were also done later as a DCC friendly mechanism, and then in the late 90s as a non-DCC friendly. If you've been watching my videos, you saw me take this old U30C and convert it to ESU LokSound with a V5 Nano. Well, this one was obviously much easier because it was one of the DCC friendly ones that I was able to put a Kato 58741. I did have to take the frame out and machine it down to take a 15x8 speaker, which actually fits pretty good once it's been machined out a bit. And I also put some LEDs. One of the downsides to this unit is you get a lot of bleed through, so it took me a little bit of time to separate the number boards and stuff in there, paint some stuff silver, and use some tape in there to so you didn't get an extreme amount of bleed through. I think it's just the nature of the design from how it was originally designed, but neither here nor there. Sound file SO545 GEFDL. All right, there we go with C30-7. Like I said, the DCC friendly U30Cs are also the same type of conversion. Non-DCC ones you'd use a nano in. So we are going to change this real fast. And finally, we got an SDP40F, the Kato SDP40F, that has been fitted with a ESU LokSound V5 58741 board. Originally I was wiring V5 micros in there, but since this board came out, I don't need to do that anymore. The frame has been machined, so it'll take an 11x17 speaker in the back. Let's see if since I got a couple right here, you get a top and a bottom view. One that's been machined off and one that hasn't. It's actually one of the first diesel projects I ever did when I was with Kato, was converting these to ESU LokSound. And yeah, I've probably done like 1,000 of these things, but neither here nor there. So we are going to get some sound and some lights. Well, all right, and there we go, SDP40F with the ESU LokSound V5 installed. And that's all I got for you today. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Have a great day. All right, so what we're looking at here is a Kato C30-7 DCC friendly frame. This is from one of the much later runs, not the original late 90s run units that were not DCC friendly. Now, it will take a ESU 58741 board that will fit in there. Obviously I have it dismantled, and we're going to make room for SP 15 by 8 speaker with 3D printed housing on it. And so depending upon how I do this, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this section out. Actually, I don't want to take it past this bump if I don't have to. Put the speaker there, and then I'll be able to extend an LED over the top of the speaker, and then I'll put a larger LED up front here. This actually, in theory, and I say in theory with air quotes, should be a fairly simple conversion. And yeah, so I am going to slap on my safety goggles because I've only got one set of eyes and we're about to use the mill, and start machining away and see what happens. All right, so I quickly machined that section off, and there's more space for a speaker back here. I mean, you could argue you lost a little bit of weight, but it's going to be so insignificant it's not going to matter for what I took off. And one thing else I'll have to do here is so these are surface mount or through holes for 3.5 millimeter LED. I'm also going to do a light skim here, not down to that dimple that holds the shell on there, right there. I'm going to skim that off just so there's a little more relief over there. That way when I solder that LED on there and it's not completely flush, it won't press up against there, and then I can take that LED and angle it over there and have a little more space, and everything will fit nice and neat. There's already a relief in the front where I think I can fit a large LED without having to go to that route or machine any more material. Let's fire this up and make that happen. And so now we got that relief cut in there. So when I do solder that lead in there, there will be a clearance there. Now I'm going to go reassemble everything and make this all fit somehow. Since we got it right here, here's that C30-7 from the previous videos. And you can see that 58741 is fitted. You got an LED going over. I had to shorten the end of the LED because inside you have the light pipes that would interfere. You also notice I separated those out. I painted the what would have been the number boards silver because it's opaque. You see on the end of this guy, they're just kind of like, they're painted over per the prototype. And then we had to put some tape up in there and paint the light bar silver to alleviate some of the bleed through. Painted the top of the LED silver actually up front here too. And so, yeah, so anyways, C30-7, DCC friendly. It'd be the same for the U30C install. Thanks for watching.